Hi, my name's Paul, down at CCRV Mildenhall. We decided to do a few videos on how separate bits of the fifth wheels actually work. This one's going to be on the front legs, how they operate and some tips. So if you have a look at this, we've actually arrived at the campsite now, so we're going to start by dropping the legs. So this is as if you've arrived. Right, watch this. Right, what you do is pull this pin out, the leg comes down, jiggle it back, the pin goes back. So then you do the same on the other side, pull the pin out, down it goes, that's like that. Then you press one of the buttons here, we've got retract and extend, so you press extend and the legs will go down. Now you can see the legs going down, and then you'll hear the motor just slightly sort of load up as it's taking the weight. There you go. Now that's taking the weight. Now I'll show you what to look for as you're going to unhitch the truck. So as it's loading up and extending, it's actually taking the weight on the legs and off the truck as you hear it creaking. Now Dave was just panning around there, and what you'll see is a little gap. You see that gap? I'll just demonstrate that gap. See, that is the weight off of the truck now. So the actual truck is ready to come off of the trailer. So if I just tuck that out of the way. So that's the legs down, you can drive the truck away, and that's that finish. Now, in reverse, if you were hooking up and we were going to actually put the fifth wheel onto the truck ready to go, you simply do it in reverse. So I'll quickly show you how to do that. There's a couple of tips. You see these yellow lines that we put on there? That's pretty much where this outer sleeve wants to stop. You don't want to wind it all the way up. I'll show you why in a minute. So if we retract that, can you see the weight going down? So this sleeve moves, this one stays stationary. So as we quickly get down to that, I hope your new mic's working okay. We're trying to get rid of the wind noise off the other videos. See, that's going down to the yellow mark. I mark that. So the weight is actually coming off the feet now. We take it up to there, take the finger off, and then we simply pull the lever out up there. But we need to leave that little gap. Some people wind them all the way in. What will happen is you can destroy the running gear in the leg motors. I'll open this in a second. Right, if you come in here and have a look, this is basically the mechanism. They've got an electric motor and a shaft, and this is the part of the leg, and there's a crown wheel and pinion set up in here, which is brass. So if you take them all the way up, you can destroy that. Now let me just show you how the legs go up and down. Right, this is the whole thing working now. You see this shaft rotating and goes down to that end there, and that drives the two wheels up and down. You know, the two legs will go up and down that shaft. Now if you've got somewhere and maybe one shaft's just working, there is this bar that links the two. There's a shear pin in one end. So for every occasion that got jammed or something, the shear pin would break. The motor would still work as a safety, but the shear pin will break. So it's something to look at. Try obviously not to obstruct this when you load this up, because a lot of people don't realise this all turns. It does. But that is basically the operation of the front legs on a fifth wheel. Pretty simple. Right, these are the rear legs, which are for levelling, stabilising. They're not for actually lifting the whole van up and changing the wheels. They're more stabilising legs. So if we have a look down here, you'll see them come down and get into position. Right, so this button here will extend and down they come. So if you get on site, and just to stabilise it, stop it rocking around, you just put them down. You hear the motors go a little bit tight, that's it, they're in place. So the van, all this now is stabilising the van, the whole thing. The only maintenance that is probably required on these is obviously to grease up, oil up these bits here. And if you have a look under here, this works on a threaded sort of idea. You've got to keep a bit of grease on here. That white grease stuff is really good, but spray it up with white grease and that'll keep that lubricated, because if you use it in the winter you can get a little bit of salt, road grit, grime, and they'll get a bit rusty, then the whole thing will seize up and then you'll be buying a new one. So simply just retract it, off it goes. It goes all the way up and tucks away nicely. But you can see with everything rotating under here, if you have a look at that there, Dave, see it all going around? You can see why we've got to put a bit of grease on there, just to keep it all nicely lubricated. And once it goes up into place, that's it, you're ready to go. Right, if you like these videos and you find them helpful, please subscribe and drop me some notes and just say what you'd like a video done on. We keep them short and sweet, not to bore you, but we can do a whole series. Let us know what you want videos on and we're only too pleased to help. Whether you've got a fifth wheel, an American travel trailer or anything else, just give me a shout. Thanks for watching.